Okay. My dad was a bishop for 20 years. We lived in Staveley, a small town with just a few members of the church. And when he was called as bishop, he was called up out of the congregation. It was a surprise to him and a surprise to the rest of us. And they asked him if he would get up and share his testimony. And he got up, and one of the first things he said is that how he had a testimony of the gospel and how important the calling was. But he says, I still have a case of beer in my basement too, but I have friends that'll take it away from me and drink it. The other thing that I found interesting was when Hugh B. Brown was president of the Alberta Stake, I believe it was then, he needed a bishop out in Taber. And he just did a lot of praying about it and meditating on it and everything else, and kind of determined who he would call, but he wasn't certain. So he drove out to Taber, and the brother he wanted to talk to was coming in from Taber on the highway. So Hugh B. Brown flagged him down. The brother had a cigar in his mouth. Hugh B. Brown walked over to him and said, "Brother so-and-so, you're the next bishop of the ward. Get rid of that cigar and cease from smoking." That was his calling, and he was called that. In those days, things were done just a little bit different than they are now, but there were a lot of really humble people, and